What up, peeps? Back again. Today's video is another recently inspired video. Sometimes I do these 2-3 days in advance. Sometimes I just think of it the night before and be like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna talk about today. And that happened with tonight. Well, last night. Last night, went into work 2 to 3 hours early because I was like, I took a couple days off. Why not go get some extra hours? To my unknown knowledge, that day ran all the way until 11:30 at night. From 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That was not fun. And it made me think. Because again, I was getting frustrated and I was like, hold on, I did a video on anger already. So what exactly is a component of this anger that I'm filled with? You know, trying to break it down to where I actually know more than just being like, oh, I'm mad, harumph, kick a chair or something, whatever. And that's because of the amount of time and effort that was put into yesterday's work schedule. Time is just generally the movement of the world around you through a agreed upon basis of measurement. Because time is a measurement. But it's a measurement of how the world moves around us. So, a lot of people don't like wasting time. And my frustration stemmed from a little bit of that mindset. See, with time, you don't necessarily... We claim that you have a lot of it, or you claim that you have none of it. It's like kind of a pessimistic, optimistic view of what time is. You either choose to nonstop, continuously go because you have so much of it. I mean, because you have so little of it. Or you choose to not do really much with yourself because you think you have an infinite amount. And you can care less how much time passes before you get the thing you want done. But just like time is a measurement, it's also an investment. You don't just collect time over time. It's something that you're born with and you're constantly losing. So to all those people that are like, I got all the time in the world. You really don't. You really don't know how much time you have. So use it to where you will feel that you have benefited yourself well enough with time. And that's my video. I'm gonna see you later. No, I'm just kidding. Last night, all that time spent at work, although it was making me money, which was another video. If you haven't seen, you can go see. Is that you have plans. You make plans for yourself, and you know your general day as a human being does not consist of going to work, coming home, and going to sleep. Although that's the simplistic way of living. In this day and age, everybody's not just generally saying, oh, I'm going to work, and then I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to eat, or eat, then sleep, and shower, and go back to work. No, people want to play video games, people want to go hang out with people want to go to parties, people want to spend time with friends and family. And time is a valuable aspect in that sense. Because for you to be able to do all the things outside of, working and sleeping, if they require more than one person, you need to have a cooperation or a sync with somebody else's time. And everybody in the world has a different measurement of time or a different schedule of how they measure their time. So it's difficult to just generally say, I'm going to take this and take this measurement and manipulate it and control it to my benefit. We can try to the best of our abilities to manipulate and control time, but that doesn't always mean that we will in turn get the results we want. Because going to work 2 hours early, I thought that my day was going to end early, so I might as well have gotten 2 to 3 extra hours. No, my day ended later than normal, so I got more than enough hours. And regret going in because I sacrificed some free time that I could have used entertaining myself via video games, television, or socially. And that's what resulted in me just being utterly frustrated and done with work. Got home, my body was aching. I just didn't want to do anything. I still hadn't eaten since that morning, and it was just generally a sour mood or sour condition for me to be in at that point in time. Now, I'm not saying that you should generally say bump work or anything because your time is important to you, but there needs to be a balance in the day-to-day schedule. And yes, I did take a vacation, so you could say, but you already had enough time to yourself. But it was a celebration of someone else, so I was enjoying being with them, and this wasn't exactly saying, hey, this is me taking time for myself. This is me taking time to appreciate someone else's existence. Not saying I regret that. Not saying I regret appreciating somebody else's existence, like my great grandmother's 98th birthday, but there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of thinking you can do when it comes to time. How to manage it, what you want to do with it, how much of it do you have, how much of it can you spare, because just like it's not exactly owed to you, you still can spare it by doing selfless deeds and selfless acts, which takes away from your time, but in turn gives you a sense of, general good, which is good if that's what you want to do. I'm not saying be selfish with your time either. I'm saying choose what you want to do with the time you're given wisely, because you never know what's going to happen. The outside world and the powers that be can take more time away from you than you want, and that in turn may make you want to just generally waste the time you have. But it's like that saying, you got to roll with the punches. You got to take the subtracted time with the free and seemingly added time, and just generally make yourself time conscious, but not paranoid of the concept of time. Because time is just a measurement that we have no control over, that shows the movement of the world around us. We are not time. We do not have watches with time on it, like that movie, which I haven't seen. I don't remember its name. Yes, I do. It's called In Time. But, yeah, we don't have watches with a definite, this is how much time you have, make the most of it. No, we have a random generator slot machine in the sky, I guess, that we each pulled when we were created. And it's just like, this is how much time you're going to have to spend how you want to spend life. So do all the things you need to do, but you don't know how much time you have, so make the most of it. But at the same time, making the most of it may just be enjoying the chill, taking time to smell the roses, just generally not rushing through life. And there's a pull and there's a sway for both of those, the hard worker versus the slob, but they're both using their time the way they want to use it. So if you see a hard worker that you think works too hard, yeah, you can remind them that there's time to stop and smell the roses, so they don't look back on their lives and see that their time was and spent to their desired ability, you don't want people to regret any time they've spent doing anything. So you can remind people around you and keep people in your life that you can sync up with time-wise and generally share your same ideals and measurement of time, but you can never change a person's perspective on time because everybody looks at time differently. And I felt robbed of my time last night, so I broke it down and figured out that time, as they say, time is money, but that was money I kind of didn't want at the expense of my socialness and humanity. And some people see that you don't want to spend or waste time if it costs you something else. Because it's always a trade. There's never you get one thing for free. That's not how the world works anymore. Or I think ever worked. So use this currency or measurement that you have been granted wisely. Do what you want to do without regrets. Now, I'm not saying go become this, YOLO swag, fight everybody, gun everybody down, just generally live like there's no tomorrow for you. But pay attention to the world around you and facilitate and coordinate and organize yourself accordingly. Because time is precious. Time is valuable. There's a lot of sayings about time. I'm not going to go on a spiel about it. But we all know. But as always, if you like the video, leave a comment or a message to me if you have me on any form of socialness. I just have Facebook. So if you don't have me on Facebook and you want to add me on Facebook, hit me up in the comments. I'll get back to you or whatever like that. If you like it, leave a like. If you want to subscribe and see more of this, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications because I upload roughly every day. This weekend, excluding this weekend, but roughly every day. And as always, I will see y'all tomorrow. See ya.